Hello, everyone. My name is Sky, and this is a scenario, an idea for a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, which I was thinking of. I came up, generated some ideas. I'm going to try to see if I, my first time, could run this as a campaign, and I realized that this might be something that other people might find interesting to try to attempt to look into. Looking at some of the different Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition subclasses, came across the Rogue and Mastermind and Inquisitive. Really caught my attention. So, having watched Sopranos, having watched The Wire, and Sons of Anarchy, and a bunch of other the criminal-minded shows, yeah, I could see myself playing the Mastermind. Being this guy who they realize I am such a great criminal. Even if I physically am not the best, thief, pickpocket, break into a house, I know people. I know how to manipulate people. I know how to create a criminal empire. So, and I was thinking I would have to really just draw a large city. I'm looking at a port city because that would afford me a sort of a large piece of land, which I can sort of. I have to think okay, how does the city grow over time? Because that's going to create different sections of the city, which would be attached together, and there would be islands. So in the immediate map of this main piece of land, the main city, a couple islands immediately off of that. One of them would have a lighthouse, and somewhere or other you're going to have a pier or a dock, whole dock shipping container complex. Well, what I'm saying. A place where the ships dock and berth and unload at, and where the ships sit and wait at anchorage. So you have that little place. The As part of the scenario, I'm even thinking that you want to encourage non-magical and fallen characters. So the idea of the fallen princess really struck out in my mind as oh, okay, that's an interesting way to approach it. Disgraced or a Oathbreaker Paladin. You know, Bards, rogues would be good. And yeah, just this idea of the mastermind is going to not necessarily look at how do I kill people, how do I manipulate people, how can I get people to join my team where I have some leverage over them that I can control and manipulate them and make them do things. And then you use, okay, so as I was going along with the concept, the idea, all right, what is this guy doing? How is he working with the party? In my opinion, the mastermind, he's less physically part of the party. He is the guy behind the scenes. He's the guy giving the orders. So I'm thinking that the way I would run this game would be I as a GM am playing the mastermind, and the party is the thugs he hires to perform an action, an activity. So I went through the list of the different classes and was trying to think all right, so what could you pick? What would work? And let's see. Alchemist, local apothecary. Since the fallen princess could have a a patron, that would make sense. So if you have a fallen princess as one of the party members, her patron becomes this mastermind, and the mastermind himself could be I was thinking either an artisan guild or guild artisan, a noble, or even a soldier, based off the backgrounds. And the noble, I'm kind of liking that he's a fake noble, so he just comes in and pretends to be something big and important, or even a artisan guild member. So he's a part of a guild or a new guild or something to that effect. Comes into town and has this double life. So as this mastermind character is going along, they have their day job, their normal upfront. This is the job I have. This is my normal life, and then at night they put on a mask, go underground, and interact, do things. So, yeah, some ideas like that. I did a character generation of the mastermind, and let's see, average stats all up and down. I maxed out intelligence, charisma, 1 point to wisdom, but an 11, 11, 11 for strength, dexterity, constitution. So, yeah, not. And it's funny because like the saving throw is +2 to dexterity, +5 to intelligence, +3 to charisma, which is not like one of the preferred or whatever. +7 on persuasion, +7 on deception, +5 in investigation, +3 on insight. So that was, I realized like, okay, that's the way to look at this guy is deception and persuasion. Can he lie to people? Can he persuade people, make people believe, and do what he wants? But yeah, he's just kind of a weak guy all around. So in some ways, it would make sense for maybe dip into some bard classes as well. Okay, I finally found the thing I was looking for. So for the bards, College of Glamour, College of Lore, College of Satire, College of Swords, College of Valor, College of Whispers. I can see all those, being able to participate. The Druid, maybe a guy who's in a garbage dump outside of the city walls. So the Artificer, the Street Magician, a monk. So I heard one complain about the drunken fighting style monk, or drunken style monk, or drunk boxing, monk, and how do you play that? How does that character work? And it's like, is this too awkward? I think in this case, this campaign, drunken boxing monk would work. It makes sense, and it could fit. Who's this homeless bum, who's kind of, next thing you know, he can't hit him, or if you do hit him, then he hits you back, and yeah. So, yeah, that's some ideas for a mastermind criminal underground. You are one little gang in the city, and you're taking out other gangs in the rival territories, getting to the point like you control, all the thieving territory in the city. Maybe expand out to some of the other parts of the ports, like other little islands or ends of points of land, kind of thing. And get to the point where potentially the mastermind and the leader of the city, they are sort of on equal footing, or it's like now they have to deal with each other because the boss and the boss. So what are the bosses going to do? Maybe they have a mutual enemy in terms of like some invader, different things like that. So yeah, some ideas and concepts for Mastermind.